Today, I want to share with you something that has ever happened to me. I once worked for a boss who at one time I requested to pay me in advance. It was something that I really needed and it was urgent. I thought since I was at work and I had nowhere, it was like a genuine request. I expected him to help me and pay me in advance. But this person refused to pay me in advance. So I just had to let go. So after 2 months working for him, his wife wanted to buy an expensive phone. But since the money was not enough, they requested me to give them half of my money. In fact, it was 60% of my salary. Then I sign for the rest. Then they will give me after 1 month. I just asked myself, if at all I had something that was urgent and I requested for an advance, and they genuinely told me they cannot give me in advance. Now they are requesting me to sign for this half of my salary and I give another part of my salary to them to buy just a mere phone. They didn't go further to ask me why I needed money in advance. But they genuinely told me they cannot give me that money in advance. Yet they wanted me to sign for the money they were going to pay me. Then they will also pay me afterwards. But they wanted me to first sign for the half of the salary, then the rest I'll just receive it when I have already signed. This is something that I did not buy from them. This is something that I refused to do. I genuinely refused to do that. Because if at all I'm going to sign, they were going to write down all of my money and I sign for it. But remember, I've not been given the whole of the salary. So I had to refuse to sign. I told them, you use the money, then I will sign after I've been given all of my salary. It was yesterday I came across a video that a worker killed the boss. These things, they are trending, and I know there are so many people who are passing through such situations. Some bosses, they do want to praise people outside of their houses and leave the people inside really breathing. At times, they want to show a picture outside that all is well, or they want to praise people outside, and they just take for granted the people who are working for them within. This is a reminder to the workers. At times, some people, they do take, some bosses do take workers for granted. Some people are good at cheating their workers. And it's better when you keep noting down, like when you're given the money, you note down the date and the month and even the day. Like some people, when they are being paid, at times they are given where to sign. If you are not serious, you might even sign the months you haven't even worked for. If you are not serious. And this should be in a language that you do understand if you are to sign. because you can understand that maybe I'm signing the month of January, I'm signing the month of December. When you see the word December, it's better this paper that you're going to sign should be in a language that you do understand. And not every paper that you should sign. If not, if it is not understandable, you can go to Google and you Google like translate, Google Translate. You first translate what you're going to sign for. There is a housemaid who was given a paper to sign. She hurried to sign without even reading through. Maybe because the paper was also in the language that she couldn't understand, but she just signed. But at the end of it all, she got to know that the paper she signed was to work for 20 years. You are a housemaid. You have been given papers to sign. You don't know what is there. You don't know what you're signing for. And when it comes to your time to go back home, you are told that the papers that you signed, they were saying you are to work for 20 years. Just imagine. So it's better to sign at times when you know what you are signing. You understand, you sign what you are, what you have read, and you've got to know the message in the papers. Still, if you are given to sign, if they dialect you, don't just sign where they have dialected you. It might be your month, but you haven't worked, even you are still in January, but they want you to sign even February. You first ask them, do you give in advance? If they don't give in advance, then sign the months that you have worked for and you leave out the months you haven't worked for. Some people are really angry with some bosses. The way they do take things, the way they do their things, you understand? Whereby some people, they work genuinely, and at the end of it all, they have to plead for their sweat. It's a pity that someone has been killed by his bodyguard just because he was not getting the money for so long. So at times, some people, it's hard for them to release what is not theirs, let me say. And they feel so, I don't know how they feel. Maybe at times they think that we don't deserve a pay, or what we are doing, it is not worth what they are giving us. I don't know. But it's better when someone has done his or her work. You genuinely also get that little and pay the workers. Because we come to work when we badly need the money. We come to work when we really need that money. So when you take or refuse to pay what I have worked for, there is a way you are changing my mind. There is a way you are trying to, you're sowing a seed that is not good in me. So I will also have to change my mind. Why would I keep working yet I'm not paid? I'm working because I also have some things to pay out there, or I have some people I'm taking care of. People have got families to take care of. People have got problems to be solved by that little you are holding onto your hands. Please release. And some things do happen to alert others. Like that one that happened. The person who has been seen big in the government, and now he is no more just because of being his stinginess. He couldn't release what was not his. But still, and it was so little. in that some people, they can use that little to take their breakfast or their lunch. But you cannot just release it to pay someone his sweat. So some things do happen because they want to be like an example to others. They want to be like, you understand? So by the time I saw that video, I just recalled how I requested for an advance and they refused to give me an advance. I had already forgotten, but when I saw that video, I was like, oh my God, no worker shouldn't be denied his little sweat. The one you say that it's little in your eyes, it's too big in my eyes. And once you say that I will pay, it will keep accumulating. On my side, I will see it as a big thing. And remember, there are things that are waiting for me to pay the bills and everything. And the more you keep saying, I will pay, that one is little, I will pay that one. No, I will just get it one time and I pay. I will pay. But even when you step out of your house, you meet someone on the way, you have to give even for free. And you have forgotten this person who is there sweating, but you keep postponing his pay. Okay? So this is whereby we are going to get curses and we are going to just die. You die when you're not prepared and you keep saying, I will pay. Yet you don't know what some people are thinking or what they are planning next. There are little things that you're going to do. And that little thing you have done will take away the respect that people have been giving you. So, to keep the respect or to keep people respecting you, do what you are supposed to do as a boss. And I will also keep doing what I'm supposed to do as a worker. I wish you all the best. May God keep us safe. Let us keep our countries in prayers. I think we are close to the end of the world. The way the things are happening instantly there and then we need to keep each and every country in prayers. All the best. I sign out.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility.